Alright, so I'm just going to continue the routing video from last week, and don't forget we were still at the routing tab on the LED screen. So I'm at my AS50B right now, and what you have here is still set on the AS50A. Why? Because the AS50B port here is sent to the portable mixer right here, which is for the online streaming. Okay, so you are selecting what you want to send from the AS50B port from this one to any other mixer that you want to send. Okay, that's telling the AS50B which sounds to receive. And heading over to your card section here, this card means the external USB card output at the back of this your console. You have two ports there. If you head over to the card page on the setup tab, you would see that. So we are setting this exactly to the settings that we have on the input channel, on the input tab here, because if the input tab has a different setting from the card tab, definitely what your card will be recording will be another thing. It might not even record any other things. So you must make sure that the card the card tab here has the same settings as your input. All right, so we head over to the XLR. This XLR is the external output at the back of your console. Okay, so it's necessary you set it to output 1 through 4, and okay, thereabout. So we head over to the pouching page, still on the routing. Okay, still on the routing tab. Head over to the pouch tab, the pouching page. This simply means that you would need to route each one of your physical outputs, okay, at the back of your console or at your stage box or wherever to a monitor system. Okay, a laudable monitor system. Might be a P16, might be whatever. Okay, but that particular place that is going to bring out the sound, that's what I'm talking about. So like your output one here means your physical output at the back of your console, or from wherever you are taking your output from. It might be from your stage box. So as you can see here, my output one has been routed to mix bus 8 here. Okay, you can use the scroll knobs, the scroll knobs, to navigate through anyone that you would want to, anyone that you want to route to any other thing. But this does not mean that you must route it accordingly. Okay, your output one can be anything. Like mine here, the output one is mixbus 8. Okay, and mixbus 8 here is what? Mixbus 8 is the stage. Okay, so you can see that it doesn't matter whatever you're routing it to. So far, this routing tab, this routing page, all these things here have physical output, okay, attached to them. But if you notice any M32, X32 mixing consoles that you are going to see, you would be seeing the output 15 and 16 here already routed to your left and right button here. But it's not that compulsory. You can change it anywhere. But just know that anything here that has not been routed to an external output system will be start. Okay, yes, it would be start. And you can also view your aux pouch page here, meaning that the auxiliary output and input at the back of your console here or your stage box can also be routed to anything that you want it to. But note that this really applies to only the auxiliary sends, not the returns. You can really not pouch the returns here on this page. That's a lesson for another time. So if you head over to the P16 tab, this is your in-ear monitor system. Okay, you can use the alternate port at the back of your physical console here to route that. And as you can see, number 1 through 16 here has been routed to different things accordingly. And we can also use the scroll knobs here to navigate through whatever you want to attach to each of these channels individually. But these channels are 16, so you carefully need to select what might be necessary for the in-ear monitor system, owing to whoever is going to use it. If it is the drummer, you would know what to select. If it is the keyboardist, you should know what to select. Sometimes if what you are selecting is actually more than 16, you can group them into a mix bus and send the mix bus to the P16, such as the backups. If you want to send the backups, if sending only the backups, imagine you have 8 backups, sending them to this place, that's a whole lot of space. So you can just put the whole backup in one mix bus and send it like what I have here. Okay, my mix bus 5 and 6, a stereo mix of the backups. So you can now send your mix bus 5 or your 6 to any of these P16. Okay, so finally, the user tab here simply means that instead of using your input tab here, you can use your user tab to alterate what has maybe, meaning if you had something coming in from your AS50A on the stage, and then you just had 2 plugins at the back of your physical console here, and you want to still receive sounds from it, so you can use your user page to configure that. And how do you do that? If it was from the input XLR, means you have to use the input option here and then head over to wherever your plugin is. If it was from the maybe in 32, let's just use in 32, that means your 32nd channel or the back of your physical console here. And then you want to tell it to take the sound from local 32. Okay, so you just set it to local 32, and then it will take the sound from the back of the console here. But note that if you do that, means you have to head over to your your input tab, and the last option here you have to select, head over to where we have user in 25 to 32 and select it, and it will correspond. Don't forget to also set your card options to be exactly the same thing. Okay, to be exactly user in on 25 to 32. Okay, so I think that will be all for now. Yeah, thank you.